So I reiterate here, the bill is dead.
The story of this great city is about the years before this night. We are free!
Hey everyone, this is Ho Ho Hong Kong with me, Vivek, Bahane, and my co-host who is...
I'm here, Muhammad Magdi.
He did it! He's
I am
here!
back.
He's on the podcast, his voice is heard once again. The sensors are no longer working.
And if you think I made the trip to Australia, you're very mistaken. I would never get a visa.
Absolutely.
You are the one who came back to Hong Kong.
I agree with you on that one because it turned out I realized one thing when I was in Australia.
Yeah.
I have a flat in Hong Kong, but I'm paying rent in Australia. That is a bad decision.
Yeah, that is a bad decision.
And I'm not doing any more of that unless I'm getting paid for it.
Yeah.
So that was the decision to come back to Hong Kong also because I have letters to open and bills to pay over here.
Letters to open.
Yeah, I get letters in my mailbox.
Why do you get letters? Like, I thought letters is like they deliver it like in your.
Wait,
am I drunk? Are you saying letters or letters?
Letters.
Letters.
Yeah, you meant lettuce the vegetable?
I'm like, what the fuck?
All right, let me just clarify something. Okay, so today.
Came back to Hong Kong for lettuce.
Lettuce, yeah.
I thought Australia is like fresh.
Let me just tell you, the Chinese lettuce, with a wah and the lettuce and stuff like that. All right, so just to clarify, everybody, you will find that today the two hosts are probably going to be slurring our words a bit more.
Why?
Because what happens, earlier on we went for dinner, right?
Right.
And I had a long day today. I did a gig and everything.
And why did we go for dinner on our own without our guest?
Yeah, it's because I kept messaging our guest.
Yeah.
Our guest decided, you know what? Fuck you guys.
Exactly.
Silent treatment for you.
Yeah.
And by silent treatment, I meant literally silence because he was sleeping at the time, which is fair, which is understandable. I get it. But the point is this: the whole time I was like, oh my god, is he alive?
Yeah.
I was more worried.
I genuinely thought like. One, he is dead in his hotel room.
Yeah.
Or he got arrested at the airport.
One of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I think you said you saw something on Instagram where he's like, no, he did.
I saw. Yeah, I went on his Instagram and I saw that he was eating laksa. I'm like, oh yeah, it's probably food poisoning.
So therefore, for all the adults, all the old generation people, are like, you kids, where's your privacy? You don't have to tell everybody everything. No, you do.
Yeah, you do.
You actually do have to tell everybody everything, so we actually know where you are. Should situations like this
going back to the letters in your mailbox.
Yeah. So I came back to Hong Kong to open my letters in my mailbox.
Stop saying letters.
Yeah.
It's so annoying.
It's more efficient than letters. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so long story short, we may be slurring our words a bit more than our guest tonight, mostly because we were actually at a restaurant just now, and I was in a very good mood.
Right.
Because I finished the gig. The gig went well. They haven't paid me yet, so I don't know why I'm in a good mood just yet.
Well,
But,
you just sold out all of your Melbourne shows.
I did that as well.
And you
so
need to celebrate with someone who's not your girlfriend.
correct. Yes.
Yeah.
And so I went with
Someone who's,
the
loves you.
anti-girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah. The complete opposite.
Yeah.
Someone I don't want to be anywhere physically close to. No, so Mo was over there. We had some drinks, and the manager at the restaurant was like, "Hey, you guys, have another round on me."
By the way, shout out Feeney's. Great restaurant. We plugged them here before.
Yeah.
Great restaurant.
Let me tell you this: when I go
Super
for pizza,
nice.
I go for Feeney's.
Yeah.
Yeah, because let me just say, when it comes to the game of pizzas, it's done because they're Feeney's. You get
Oh
it?
no!
Feeney.
Okay, no,
You know?
delete. Okay, stop the recording. Let's just go home.
Okay, let's go. Let's
start
go
over.
to our guest. Let's go to our guest.
I think
This
that's a
is
good idea.
terrible.
We need someone with actual jokes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So today we have the privilege of being with a friend who comes to us from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. You have definitely seen him on Netflix. You've heard his voice all over the radio. If you tune in using a VPN, I guess that's how you do radio nowadays. I have no idea. It doesn't
I
matter.
think you just buy a device with an antenna. Is that right?
One of those things works out, but you're so far in Hong Kong, I don't think it gets that reception that far. But
Let's
today,
see. Let's first ask him how does radio work.
we'll get to that in a second. So he's having a show tomorrow at PMQ. I
That's
get to be
okay.
his.
You are drunk. By
Yeah.
the time this comes out,
Oh,
he has
yeah.
already left Hong Kong.
Oh, we're doing an Inception tenant kind of thing.
No, this is just how time works.
Please welcome. Let's get straight into it. So everybody, I just want to say this is not Feeney's fault. This is purely our fault, all right? This is us doing the stupid stuff. So please welcome to the mic. Why am I saying? Okay, please, our guest, it's Kavin Jay. Oh, here, hey.
Hey guys,
Hey, dude.
that Phoenix joke was great. Like I enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
Honestly, like you're doing something right when you see a comedian laughing. You're like, all right, that's
It's either completely right or completely wrong. Yeah.
No, but understand one thing. Usually when comedians laugh at other comedians, there's only two options. One is that they're genuinely funny. The other one is they're bombing. So my Feeny joke was a pure bomb. And Kavin is just being so polite because he's like, first of all, these guys could probably edit this podcast and ruin my name. Somehow cut out all the nice words that I say. And second of all, he hasn't done his show yet at PMQ. And chances are he's like, I bet you this ass is going to sabotage it. Somehow he's going to tell people some stuff.
Well, what you don't know is that we don't edit this podcast. Like I
Right,
don't think
right.
we ever like really had to. We just add the intro and outro, and that's it.
Yeah.
So welcome back to Hong Kong. When was the last time you were here?
Oh, I can't even remember. I think this was 2015 or 16.
Ooh.
That was a long time ago, 8 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel like a big change from the last, like from just what you remember?
I mean, there's still a lot of buildings. And I forgot how much stairs I had to climb just walking in the
Right.
street. Like, that's weird for me because usually there's no stairs in the street. Like, thank God for escalators though. Like, it's just like I was walking to the hotel from the train station and I was walking and I was like, why is there stairs in the middle of town? Like,
But we have escalators as well
you
in
have
the middle of
escalators.
town.
Yes. But I didn't have to climb too many stairs,
Yeah.
which was nice.
But you're based in Kuala Lumpur, and
I
that's a
am.
very flat city, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. No, I mean, there's hills.
Yeah.
I mean, geography works in Kuala Lumpur.
But they have cars as well.
Yes,
they
we
drive
do.
everywhere. So the hills don't make shit and they can't drive on stairs. You see, that's the issue over here. So yeah, that's the one thing I do appreciate when I'm in KL. You guys drive everywhere and it's just like you get lazy real quick and you get fat even faster. Yeah. So hey, Kevin. So you came back to Hong Kong after all these years. You're doing the show. By this time, just let me recap the show. Killed completely. Audience was on the floors laughing. Everything's great. So
Okay.
show review was done.
Fair enough.
Right. Okay. So, but the thing is that when you came to Hong Kong, how many of your relatives or family gave you a list of things to buy and bring back? Did you get that?
Actually, no. And here's the reason why, because I hardly talk to my family. No, because it's just Indian people, right? They will give me a list and I just don't tell them. They find out the day of I'm leaving, right? And then
From
they
your
find out.
Instagram.
On my Instagram, yeah, that's the thing. Like, so my parents don't even know.
Kevin
I'm
is
here.
at the airport again.
My
That
parents
was a half-assed attempt at an Indian accent that I abandoned very quickly.
You don't have to try. Just talk. It's an Indian accent, bro.
Just like, you know what? No. I'm
Like-
sitting with two Indians. I should probably not do that.
So just to let you know, actually, what happened tonight is that you might be like, the acoustics are kind of weird today. What's happening? So we're actually in Kevin's hotel room with only 2 mics but 3 people. Check it out. 3 guys, 2 mics. How will they make this work?
You know, the guy who lives next door is going to think I'm super weird. I don't know if there's anyone next door or not. But so I had to do an audition earlier for voiceover.
Nice.
And the audition was just me going, oh yes, oh yes. It was just me doing about 10 takes of that.
yeah.
So what the fuck?
Yeah.
Was it for the what is it, the teapot thing that goes through the wall?
No.
That's like, what is it?
Kool-Aid.
Yeah, Kool-Aid.
No, no.
That's all he says, right?
Yeah,
Ooh,
oh yes. And,
Was it just like Malaysia or like Indian Kool-Aid guy?
no,
It's probably like that's why maybe like so Kool-Aid probably has a, oh yeah, and he had to go oh yes. Like,
Oh,
look over here.
no, and the worst part was, so I did my first 10 takes, right? And then he sends me back, can you do it a little less sexual? I was like,
Yeah, like
shit.
the words are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
what do
not
you
like-
want?
There is no way I can do it less sexual. Like, oh yeah.
All right, so we're gonna do now have a little segment of like how can we attempt oh yes in the most non-sexual way. What we can do is just like people do the doobies, we're gonna pass the mic around.
Right.
We try that, all right?
All right, okay.
So I'll go with one where okay, so this is my take. Oh yes.
Hey, that's actually
Oh yes.
yeah, pretty good.
All right, okay, so I'm going with the rich aristocrat who's like, oh yes. What about it? What's the problem here? Yes. So that product would probably be Cartier jewelry. Get it for your wife because oh yes. All right. All right.
Still sexual at the end.
Yeah, that's yeah. Well, if you give someone a Cartier ring, I'm pretty sure it's going to end up something sexual.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Let's be very honest. Like, you're not spending that kind of money for nothing, right? All right. So anybody wants to do the next take of the oh yes?
I'll do the next one. I think I'll do, oh yeah. You know, like when someone corrects you and
Yeah.
you don't know,
Yeah.
and you're like, you don't want to be like, you don't be like you're right, so you're like just gonna go back to like, oh yeah. So that's mine.
Okay.
Oh yeah. So every time you say it, just get the pitch goes higher. Oh yeah.
So basically, your take is like pitch shifting. Like the first dialogue is like, "Hey, did you know the Earth is round? Oh yeah, and did you know actually soccer balls are round? Oh yeah, and by the way, dumplings are not round. Oh yeah."
No, it's more like if someone tells me after 3 years that COVID was actually real, and I'm like, oh yeah.
So, Kav, could you give us one example of the take? It doesn't have to be the one successful because I'm guessing they paid a lot of money for the good one.
Oh no, it's just an audition, so I didn't get paid at all.
Even worse.
Not yet.
You didn't get paid at all? Oh,
Not
yeah.
yet. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. This is the Kavin Jay official audition take number 11 that will never be heard by anybody else who wants to buy his voice.
Oh yes.
Whoa. All right, so let's analyze that. Right there, you would hear, you had a certain level of bass in the yes.
Yes.
There was a little, oh yes. the assurance of the yes.
It's a dual tonality.
Dual tonality.
Yes, it's-
The O as in I'm excited and this is getting pretty good. Okay, interested. And the yes going like, I am sure about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes is very positive, and the O is very assuring. Yes, correct.
Exactly.
You're right.
So we have now become art connoisseurs where we can bullshit on something clearly that didn't have that, and we're able to make something out of it. So anybody who wants to buy that OES file right there, I am ready to edit this podcast, cut that OES out, and if you buy, basically, like, how do people? Do you have like a buy me a coffee, something like that?
Well, no, I don't. I do have a podcast, but I don't have a Patreon or buy me a
Okay,
coffee or
so
anything like that.
follow Kavin on Instagram,
Instagram. Yeah,
and
that's
then
fine.
if you want, just send him a message saying I need to pay you for your OES.
Yeah, actually, the follow is payment enough. Probably.
Yeah, the follow payment. We'll take that.
Yeah.
So just follow him and you'll get it. And then follow me and follow Mohammed. Show us the screenshots of 3 follows, and then also leave a comment. Tag Mohammed in my page, and then tag Kavin on his page, and then we will give you the O. If you want the yes part as well, you have to be a Patreon subscriber of this podcast, and also refer to at least 3 people who want to be Patreon listeners, and then we'll contact them and give a demo version. Anyway, yeah, go ahead.
That's way too much
I wish I
work.
had a microphone because just so I can stop that much earlier and say they could have cut it themselves. He has already done it. They could have been like just gone in on like some free software online and just cut it and send it back to us. They're like, do you want to buy that as an NFT or some shit?
And I bet you anything, one of our audience just heard you give that suggestion. And you know what the response was? Oh, yes, I can do that. I can totally do that.
It'll be like, oh yeah.
Hey, okay, so let's get back to this this little fun stuff. So, okay, so you're here, Hong Kong, you're doing shows, you're busy in Kuala Lumpur. I mean, yeah, busy is a very relative term, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, compared to people who work like slaves and everything, we're definitely having a good life.
Oh yeah, slightly better than that.
Yeah, slightly better than that, exactly. So let me ask you this though. I believe you have a lot of different professions where people get to hear your voice in Malaysia.
Yes.
Could you share with us the few things that you do where your voice is involved on top of the voiceover work?
Okay, so I do a podcast as well, but that's completely free, so I don't get paid for that at all. In fact, it takes a lot of money. I do radio as well. I'm on morning radio, number 2 English radio station in Malaysia out of probably 4.
Are you on there as a presenter, as a DJ, as a
As a
comedian?
DJ, like an announcer, they call it now, because
Right.
it changes every time. Like stewardess is apparently offensive, so now it's air hostess. Even that's offensive.
What?
It's flight crew now. I think.
I
it
mean,
is.
but everyone is flight crew.
Well, because like hostess specifies that it's female, right?
Yes.
So that's why we're trying to avoid the gender bias or gender specification. And so air crew could be anything.
I have always just called him flying waiter. So that's like, I feel like that's the most
You see,
appropriate term.
that's not inclusive as well, because waiter is male.
Oh, right, okay. So flying waitress is...
Again, not inclusive.
So I know a lot of my uncles. Do you know what they call them? hey. Yeah, that's how they call them. So regardless of what their gender is, they're like,
That is actually quite inclusive.
yes,
To be fair.
because maybe that they're lip reading.
Yes.
You know, like maybe you don't even say the word. So these people are at such an advanced level that they've abstract the English language and didn't even decide to use a word that's legible, but more like a sound. And not even sound everyone can do. Hey, not everybody can do, you know what I mean? And they don't just go, they go, one of those, you know. Yeah, yay! Kevin's got it. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's actually the sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole, yeah.
I'm sitting with 2 Indian uncles, basically. I almost feel like a little bit low-key harassed right now. I'm sitting also physically in the corner of the room. When you're 2 on the 2 sides, I don't feel comfortable. But okay, so you actually, one of the
Right.
serious questions I wanted to ask is like, you're one of the I think the first wave of the Asian comics who got Netflix specials. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. One of the first three.
Yeah. So it was you, Harith, and
Fakafaz from Singapore.
Fakafaz.
Yeah.
Right. So how did that come about? I'm sure you get asked that all the time.
Oh yeah. And
I
it's-
genuinely like I'm your friend and I don't know what the story is.
No,
Yeah.
it was a very simple story. It was being at the right place at the right time. It's just they asked me, and what was I doing? I was just so basically they had found Harith and Faz, right, to do the show, and Harith was the first one to record, and I was just opening for him. That's basically I was warming up the crowd, and they saw me there, and they just went, he'll be good. And then they came up to me after the show. It's like, would you be okay to do some things for Netflix? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
did
they
you even
call-
have to ask?
Yeah, and they called me in to the office in Singapore the next week. So I went, and they sat me down. They just went like, how's your dates looking on the 24th of I can't remember the date, but 24th of August. I'm like, I don't know yet.
I actually have an open mic.
Yeah.
So that I think I can move around.
Yeah, and the thing was, there was something there. I can't remember what it was, but it was something dumb, like an open mic or something. And they were like, we would like you to record a special. I'm like, yeah, I could have gotten married on that day.
Yeah.
I'm pushing it back.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, and I immediately I said yes. Obviously.
My kid is getting born. This is fine.
Yeah, we'll C-section a week earlier.
Or you can just have another one later. It's fine.
yeah.
Netflix doesn't come all the time.
Exactly. So yeah, they asked. I said yes, and that's basically what happened.
I mean, let's be very honest. They do call it a Netflix special. No one calls it my kid special, right?
Yeah.
That's not a good thing. So,
No, they do. Some kids are special.
hey, you know what? Everyone's special in their own little way. All right. I'm just saying that Netflix is always special. Is the kids when they're special, you're like, I just wish it's not mine.
I was always told I was special when I was growing up until I realized that my parents are first degree cousins. I'm like, all right. That's, yeah.
I see. I found out my grandparents are first
No,
cousins.
I'm not even joking. Like
No.
my two grandmas are sisters, siblings.
I know.
Yeah.
Like I found out my grandparents are first cousins as well.
Yeah.
And that really messed me up. Like I thought I was a
Yeah.
product of diversity. No, I was not.
Yeah, okay. So you shot the special. What year was that?
That was in 2000. It came out in 2018. I shot it in 2017.
And how did that like affect your life in terms? Obviously, career wise, you probably have like some opportunities and stuff like that. But how did that make you like affect your day to day life? Let's say.
Oh no, the trajectory was great right after it. 2018, 2019 was amazing. In fact, I had a lot of things lined up for 2020. And we all know what happened in 2020. That kind of just blew me away a little bit because like I was supposed to move to London.
Really?
Yeah, I had my flight
damn.
tickets and everything set up and agents and everything was set up.
Yeah.
Right. So because I had gone to LA beforehand. And one of the agents in LA had seen my special. He really liked it. He called me in for a meeting. And I thought, he called me in for a Zoom meeting. And I'm like, screw that. I'm going to LA.
Yeah.
Right. So I flew to LA, met him. Talks went really well. He wanted to sign me up. But I didn't really want to live in LA because it was really expensive. And I kind of had to take 6 months of my life and kind of go there. And I have you've been to LA, right?
I've been, visited, but like not lived enough to say like, oh yeah, LA, go to there for the burgers. you
Oh
know?
yeah, if you've done comedy in LA, you realize that everybody is kind of fake over there.
Oh yeah, dude, it's full on
Oh,
shark,
it's
man.
full
yeah.
on show, and they only talk to you if
If you have something to benefit them.
exactly.
Yeah.
Right. So I
absolutely, yeah.
remember when I went there and I did my show. Like before the show, nobody talked to me. Right. Nobody gave a shit that I was there.
Yeah.
And then I got on stage and they saw that I'm funny, and then one or two people will come and say hi, mostly Canadians. Right. And then like they find out that I have a Netflix special immediately. Like, who did you contact to get a
Yeah,
Netflix? I'm like,
exactly.
what? Like you didn't even say hi to me. Like we were sitting next to each other. So I didn't really like that, but London was something that I used to live in the UK a long time ago. So I thought, there's something, and he did suggest that maybe, you start with London.
Yeah.
And then you kind of get your name up, and then you slowly come to the US, and that was great. And I was supposed to, go there. Everything was supposed to be signed and stuff. So in April 2020, that was my flight. And we all know what happened in March.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all
Okay.
your fault, Mo.
Wait, how is that my fault? Is it because I booked in Wuhan?
Yes, you did. I did. Dude, this was. I remember it as well. I
Yeah.
think we did it in November. End of November.
Yeah,
right?
end of November. It was pretty soon before, like recently before COVID.
No, yeah. And the thing was, I've never heard of a place called Wuhan
Yeah.
before in my life.
So yeah, I don't think you know that, Vivek. Like, yeah, I actually the funniest part is that I booked him while I was not in mainland China anymore. I'm
Yeah.
like, you go do do these shows.
So
I'm done.
So I messaged Mo and I said, hey, I really want to do China and
Yeah.
I've never done it before and it would be nice. And he said, here is 15 gigs. I'm
Yeah,
like, what?
yeah. I got him. I set him up with a pretty nice tour all over
Oh yeah,
mainland.
Shenzhen, then Xiamen,
Yeah.
and then Wuhan, and-
Hangzhou, I think.
yeah,
Beijing.
Guangzhou, Beijing,
Yeah.
and it was amazing tour. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for that. But fuck you as well because
Yeah, you probably, yeah.
I've
You're
never-
probably patient zero in Malaysia. Like, did anyone else fly from Wuhan to Malaysia? Probably just you.
No, and then I looked up when was the first case that they found in Wuhan.
Yeah.
It was like a week after I left.
Yeah.
And
For
I
all
was
we know,
like,
you
oh,
could have
yo.
actually, like, jokes aside, you could have actually had it very early on.
Yeah, I
From
could've.
Wuhan, yeah.
Because I
did you go
did
to
have
wet
a-
market there? Did you have any bat soup?
No, I did not have bad soup, but
Ah.
I did have. So Wuhan is known for barbecue meats, right? They
Yeah.
had this skewer thing, and it was so good. Like that's all I was having in Wuhan.
Yeah.
One of it could have been bat. I don't know. Or pangolin. I don't know which one it is now. It's between the bat and the pangolin.
Also, now he's out of China, so I can say that openly. Who's also a friend of mine. Fahad, the promoter there,
Right.
is a refugee.
Yes,
set
he
you-
is, yeah.
I set you up with a Yemeni refugee in Wuhan. So you shouldn't exactly have trusted all of my decisions, to be honest.
To
I
be
know
fair,
it was great.
The organizer was amazing.
Yeah.
He got me a lot of food, which is basically my way of saying that this guy's a great guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it was a great gig as well because I think it was.
That Wuhan gig was fun.
Oh,
I've
no,
done it a
it's
few
so
times.
good.
It's so fun.
It's such a small room.
I tried to get Vivek to go.
Yeah.
And he's like, ah.
Yeah, I was like Wuhan, more like Wu Nohan.
Wait, hold on. This is after or before the pandemic?
It was before.
It's before?
No, I tried to get you to go before. Like when we were building the riff here, like end of 2019, when he went, when Kavin went, I did try to offer you the same tour, and you're like, ah.
Okay, so if I remember correctly, it may have been related to the protests.
Yes.
That's why I was like, yeah, because like during that time, 2019, it was a little hot on the protest.
yes.
So it was a bit like my face has been up here and there. So I'm not gonna risk it for what, like a 20-seater room? Not happening, man.
That's right. You were scared because of the protest.
It may
because-
have been a 20-seater room, but there was like at least 50 people there.
Did you get the woman with the kid there? It's because Garen and I both had. I've did that 3 or 4 times.
Right,
same
right,
room,
right.
And I had the same woman. So she's basically an Italian woman with like an 11-year-old kid who are both sitting in the front row at all the shows, and he's smoking cigarettes.
Oh, no, I did not know.
She's trying to bang every comedian. She's a great woman, amazing mother. Don't
She-
you fucking judge her.
Is she hot?
Yeah, she's very hot.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, yeah, but she's just like she's part of the show. She just
Right.
like exists there with her kid who should not be at a bar, and he's smoking cigarettes. It's like Wuhan in a nutshell.
I did not get that. I did not.
Yeah.
Or at least I didn't notice.
I'll show you a picture later.
Oh yeah, please.
of
yeah,
the kid.
yeah.
All right, that's all wrong.
Exactly. First of all, let's understand something. Mohammed, you actually have a copy of her pictures still stored after all these years and a picture of her kid. Now, let's give you a benefit of the doubt. You probably have it for the security profile to tell the staff that, hey, by the way, this is a semi-VIP client, so don't be weirded out when her kid comes over. He's like sitting in the front row, smoking a cigarette, while the mom's going like, hey, son, you think I can fuck this guy?
In my defense, they have asked for an autograph. That's how I have the photo.
Look, I did
and
not.
Garen can attest to that. They did the same thing with him.
I have to say I'm disappointed. I did not get this payment plan.
Yeah. yeah.
I
That's
was-
the other. I think that's the bonus.
Yeah,
I don't
I-
think you hit your target.
No, I did not get this payment plan of sleeping with a woman with an 11-year-old child smoking
I
in the
said
corner.
she tried.
Okay. Hey, no, with me you don't have to try.
You just have to ask nicely.
Not even nicely.
this is let me play out the scene right now, right? So the Italian woman comes over to Kavin, right? She's like, hey, you want to sleep with the spicy meatballs? Kavin will say, oh, yes.
Oh no, it's more like, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Or Barry, oh, yes. That's when you need a sexy oh, yes, right? You need that one as
Oh
well.
yeah.
Yeah, that's when it makes sense. Yeah, she'd be like, could you do that again sexier this time? You're like, I'm so confused. Someone wants it sexy, someone doesn't want it.
Yeah, but I don't know if I want an 11-year-old kid in the corner smoking, watching as well.
Well, then again, we haven't really clarified whether the kid is involved as well.
No, not involved, obviously.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey, just say, see, you passed the test. I wanted to make sure I have strategically distanced myself from this whole conversation. And nowhere did I put myself in the scenario. That's why I was throwing the 11-year-old kid and everything. I'm like, okay, these kids are legit. They have practice. They know the law inside out, man. I'm impressed.
No. Yeah, I know.
Fair enough. Okay, so the whole tour didn't work out.
Yeah.
All right, and then 2020 happened.
Yep.
Everyone decided, you know what, Zoom, we're all gonna like invest in Zoom and
Yeah.
become members and everything
Yeah.
like that. And yeah, I do remember that when that all happened. Okay, so what was your first take when COVID became a thing? Were you I'll give it 2 months, man. Whatever, man. We'll power through.
Yeah, I mean, when it first happened, it was basically like, it's going to blow over in probably a couple of months.
Yeah,
everything's fine. And in fact, when the first wave of lockdowns came, it was, we are going to lock down for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Right? And then 3 years later, we're like, please stop.
Yeah.
Right? But the thing was, like I said, I was supposed to go to London. Everything was supposed to happen, right? So I'm like, yeah, just, delay my plans for 2 months. It should be fine. Like, Turkish Airlines will give me a
delay period, yeah.
Yeah, delay period for 6 months. So I'm like, oh, yeah, sure, it should be fine.
Yeah.
And then what happened was, as you know, because the entertainment industry is a revolving door.
Yes.
Of people leaving and coming in. So like they changed personnel like 3-4 times. Even the agent in LA left.
There you go, right? The
Yeah.
person who likes you is no longer there.
Yeah, he's no longer there. And then I had to make new connections who basically like, who are you?
Yeah.
Where is Malaysia again?
Yeah.
Is that in Mexico?
But yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, but
No worries.
as you're talking, I went on my Instagram and I found a photo of me and the kid from May 20, 2019. If you want to find this photo, find my Instagram at the other Muhammad, and you can see the photo. That's me and the kid at the Wuhan Comedy Club after the show.
Shit, he's 11?
Yeah,
he looks like he's 30.
Yeah, because he's been smoking since he was 5.
Fed up. I'm sure
There's another photo of him sitting in the front row, not with his mom, unfortunately.
Yeah,
She's
alright.
not in the photo, but yeah. That's you can actually find the photo. Actually, if you find it, if you're listening right now and you find it, just go and like the photo or comment, so I know you're listening to this now. Because no one is gonna scroll down 4 years to find this photo.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody's going to scroll down all the way. And also the fact that I have to say, you're really good photographer.
Am I?
Yeah. Your photos are really good. Is that?
Oh no, but I am in the photos. I'm not.
All right.
taking them.
Okay. Fair enough. Then you're shit. Sorry, my bad.
These are not selfies, dude. Someone else is taking the photos. Clearly.
No. I thought you take them. Like that was a really good photo. Like
No.
the one in the
Yeah,
front
they had
row.
like an official photographer.
Oh, right. Okay.
I don't
Yeah.
think
Fuck that.
now
then.
that I think about it, I don't think they treated you that nicely.
you know-
didn't get nice photos. You didn't get the Italian woman.
Yeah, I didn't get the Italian woman. I didn't get the 11 years smoking in the front row. I mean, these are all experiences
Yeah,
that I really
exactly.
need to get. Next time I'm going to put that in my rider, right?
Yeah.
I need an 11-year-old smoking and an Italian lady propositioning me for sex. Yeah.
But I think you have to make the 11-year-old based on the year this and this and this, because like next year they may not get 11-year-old. This kid is going to grow older.
Oh,
you
no.
want to keep it constant. It has to be always 11-year-old.
Oh no, I'll take a range. I guess.
yeah, okay. I
As
thought you-
long as it's below age smoking.
So for you're the equivalent to Leonardo DiCaprio with women. You want with kids with smoke.
Yes.
Ah,
yes. In the front row.
In the front row as well.
specifically, and then that's where the interaction ends.
I like
Right.
that, man. All right. But all right, okay, so coming back, now that things open up again, you're touring, you're back in Hong Kong, you're doing shows over here.
Yeah.
After COVID, what were the outside of Malaysia gigs you've done? Do you have a list or anything that you
Oh no, the list is really short. It's Singapore, Hong Kong. I'm planning some tours in June, July, August. Like you know how a lot of comics do a world tour? I'm doing the rest of the world tour, right? Because
That's a great name for a tour.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
Because I want to do a tour where because I've got contacts all around the world, and it's great to do the standard cities like London and LA and stuff like that. But I really enjoy the gigs. I really enjoy are the ones that you never thought that it's a comedy scene, and you never like Mongolia. Right?
Right.
I did it once. It was amazing. It's
Oh
such
yeah,
an
you worked
amazing
with
show.
Bata.
Yeah.
Those guys are really fun.
Exactly.
They're hardcore. I haven't done it, but because they used to come down to Shanghai to do shows and I connected with them.
Yeah.
And everyone who went up there had a blast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Myanmar.
That's a fun gig too.
That's a
Yeah.
fun gig.
Yeah, our
Cambodia.
buddy William Childress used to book it,
Yes.
and then this lady Sammy after that.
Yes,
booked
and now
it.
now she's left.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think I still have to contact some.
I
someone.
want to ask you about before we move on from China about your tour in China.
Yeah.
What was the most because you haven't been to mainland before that, right?
I have been not as a comic,
Right,
But
yeah.
I've just been to Shanghai and Beijing and
Yeah.
But you
so
know
what
what?
was it like? Yeah. touring
The
mainland?
most surprising thing that I felt usually when I do tours in like Asian countries is mostly expat, right? Because I do my shows predominantly in English, and it was amazing to see in China that it was 50-50. It was a lot of locals as well, which is nice. Like I love performing to locals. I hate performing to expats because they live a very sheltered life, I believe. Like expats usually don't mingle around with the locals. They hang around with the expats and they don't have the experiences that locals have. And you know, when I come here and I do talk about my life mostly, and I connect better with locals. And I'm not saying it's white or brown or yellow or whatever. It's basically like even when I go to the UK, it's one of those things where the people there are great, right? It's a great audience. I come here or in Malaysia and you got British expats, they're fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Right? Because they just live such a I don't know what you're
It's
talking
the
about.
entitlement as
yeah,
well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's so hard to do like even references to where you are because these people have not they're like, what is a fried rice?
Right.
And you
Yeah.
what do you eat? Pizza.
Yeah.
Like you come all the way to Hong Kong and eat pizza. Right? I can talk. I went to a laksa place.
And also you're talking to two guys who just finished a massive pizza right before talking to you.
It's fine if you live here
That's
and
true,
you
yeah.
have a pizza once in a while. You
Right.
kind of have to. You can't eat dumplings every day, can
Sure.
you? Right? So that's fine. But yeah,
But then you come to Hong Kong for 48 hours and eat laksa.
Hey, laksa. You know why? I was just walking around. I'm looking for food, and every place I pass because I'm alone, right? So every place I pass, like I really want to go into that local, like everything's in Chinese, and I can speak a little bit of Cantonese as well. So I can probably converse enough to order something that I want. But the thing is, it's the fear of walking into an unknown place and they not understanding you not understanding them, and then everything's going to be topsy-turvy and you're just going to get a pox liver. Which you hate.
Yeah.
And so so I'm like, walking around like I wish there was a KFC.
Yeah.
Like I know I can just point and I'll get chicken.
Right.
And
Yeah.
then I walked quite far down, I think it was 10 minutes away, and I saw McDonald's and I thought, McDonald's. And also I'm trying to eat healthy. I've lost some weight and I'm trying to keep that going. So I'm like, McDonald's, screw it. And then I just turned my head and there was this laksa place. And I said, that's slightly healthier,
Yeah.
I guess. Right? So I just walked in and it turns out it's a Singapore laksa, you bastards. And if you don't know, Singapore is basically Malaysia's mortal enemy.
Right, yeah.
And anything I only found out when I sat down. So to be fair, I couldn't leave. Yeah.
Yeah, but then you had the balls to post about it that you're in a Singapore laksa place. Are you not worried that your followers?
Oh no! All my followers are like, but why?
Yeah.
But why?
Oh, yeah, okay. So they did give you.
Oh
shit.
yeah, they give me some shit.
Nice.
And it's kind of like a banter thing that
Yeah.
that I do anyway with Malaysia, Singapore. So basically, it's like, come all the way to Hong Kong and this is what I find, laksa. Yeah.
Speaking of Malaysia, there was something that happened maybe a year ago or so
Mm-hmm.
in our beloved Asian scene, where one of our favorite comedy clubs in all of Asia, Crack House, which I assume
Mm-hmm. Oh,
is your
yes.
home club as well.
It is. Yeah.
So, for people who don't know, in my experience, probably the best comedy club in Asia was the Crack House and Kung Fu Comedy, both rest in peace. So Crack House closed down.
Yes.
But there was also, it wasn't like in Kung Fu Comedy, in our case in Shanghai, what happened is that, very brief version is that the government basically said no more.
Okay.
And it wasn't so straightforward. It was more like they just made it impossible for us to keep running, that
Okay.
we just had to live on our own.
Actually, the similarities do run quite similar.
Oh, so okay. So yeah, so
One second. I just want to clarify something. We've been drinking.
Yeah.
But Kavin just said the similarities run pretty similar.
Yeah.
Take a moment, everyone.
English is not my first language, guys.
understand. And just
Yeah.
and that's the moment I was like, I wish I had my third mic. How am I not able to interrupt this?
I should have been. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised you didn't.
Yeah, he was
be
holding
fair.
back, man. All right, so let's go back to a very serious topic that is similar to. Never mind. Yeah, so very
The
serious topic.
similarities do run similar,
Exactly.
yes, yes.
Exactly. All right, so go on. You were talking about how Kung Fu Comedy's experience along with Crack House Comedy is very similar as well.
Yeah. So basically, Crack House just shut down.
Yes.
Is the headline there? But there was also some shenanigans that happened that led to it shutting down. It wasn't a decision by the owners.
It was not,
wasn't.
yes.
It wasn't like, I guess, a decision particularly from the government to like shut it down in a censorship kind of way, right?
It was actually. The thing was that in Malaysia, the government did not realize the existence of the Crack House Comedy Club. We kind of ran under the radar for a long time. Like, to be fair, I was part of the setting up of the club as well. So
It was you, as far as I understand, it's Rizal and Jonathan Atherton at the time.
me, Rizal, Jonathan
Rest in
Atherton,
peace.
and rest in peace. And of course, there was another guy who's not a comic, who's an accountant that you really need in a business.
Right.
So he was there as well. So to be fair, it was started by John, Rizal, and Shankar, who was the other guy. And then I came in a little later, so we were in the process of setting up as well. And Rizal will tell you the story, but he went to the authorities and he said, like, we're opening a comedy club. And they're like, what's a comedy club? And they said, no, it's where you talk, you tell jokes and blah, blah, blah. Oh, you mean like karaoke? Yeah. And he was like, no, it's not karaoke. There's no singing, there's no music. And he's like, oh, no idea. Right? So basically, they were like, just get a cafe license, you're fine. Right? Because as long as there's no music, there's no copyright things, yeah, you're fine. And that's what happened when it opened in 2000 whatever, right? So that, and it went on for years, and it was a great club.
And he would bring in acts as well legally.
Oh, yeah.
People would come in, like, tour, from out of town,
yeah.
out of the country. No issues. Immigration has no issues with the club, nothing.
I mean, there were some issues. There were some issues where they came along and they went like, nah, no.
Okay.
But Rizal spoke to them and he said like, look, we make like nothing.
Right.
Out of this. We make maybe $1,000 or $2,000. Like that's rent. Basically, and they went like, yeah, but you gotta have to pay, and then it's like we can't. Like,
but did they try to legal? Like, did they go like, here's the process if you wanna follow it?
oh yeah. But the process is really expensive.
Right. Okay.
So you won't make you make a loss every single time. So the thing was, after the discussion, they went like, okay, look, just do it. Right, we leave you as an exemption, and kind of and the government body actually gave them help as well, financial help during the pandemic. So everything was above board. There was nothing.
It was a
illegal.
legit business.
Oh yeah, it was
yeah.
a legit business. There was nothing that was basically illegal going on in the Crack House, albeit the name.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so at the end of the day, everything was fine. But then.
Right.
This open mic happened, and basically some crazy lady. And I'll tell you
I
why.
want you to slow down here. Like, I am familiar with the story, but our audience are not. So slow down here and try to
So
give the
basically,
full
an
picture.
open mic happened, and this crazy lady signed up. And you know how open mics work, where there's not really a screening process or anything like that. Anyone can come up and do 3 minutes, right? And 3 minutes is not that long. And we always thought that 3 minutes was a good time for a newbie to start, because if they do something that's going to be detrimental to a club, it's more than enough time for us to stop it and move along and do. And we kind of got in complacency with that. We like every time it's just like, oh, that's comics at the back just going like, did you see that shit? Right? And we let it happen, right? Because most of the time a comedy club is a safe space where everybody can just be in shock.
It's also part of the creative process is to let people go wild, and you're like,
Yes.
oh yeah, here's a little gem there in
Yeah.
the middle of all this nonsense.
And usually people who come for comedy shows, especially open mics, are very open-minded, right?
Yes.
Nobody's going to get super offended. Maybe you might get offended, but you're not going to go like, I'm so offended, I'm going to tell the police.
Sure.
Right? So, yeah. So,
Did you guys know who the crazy lady was? Was she
no, we did
familiar to
not.
the comics?
No. She signed
She's
up.
completely just
Showed up
stranger.
out of the blue. Yeah. And
Yeah.
the thing is, so she came with a boyfriend as well. At that time, I think they're married now.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. So she came with a boyfriend, and he had a conversation with me because I had a show right after the open mic, right, in the crack house, and so he was speaking to me, and that man sounded nuts, right? Because he spoke to me, I zoned out, but what he was saying was, I have schizophrenia. Do you think I should take my medication? And that's the exact, I'm quoting, I'm not even making this up.
Right.
Right? That's what he said. I zoned out and I just went, sure, I got a show, I got to go. Right? So I left. I did the show and everybody was telling me like, oh no, we had this happen. And what actually happened was she got on stage and she said, I'm a Muslim. I have memorized the Quran. But however, and then she puts down the mic. She was wearing a modest, kind
Hijab,
of dressing,
yeah.
hijab, and also loose fitting clothes,
Yeah.
which is what you're supposed to wear as a Muslim. And then she puts down the phone and she takes off the dress and reveals that she has a spaghetti strap underneath and a short skirt, and just basically goes, "What's up, motherfuckers?"
Right.
Right now, I can understand how that seemed funny in her head.
Right.
Right?
I was
can-
going to say the same thing.
Yeah.
Even as a Muslim who does not find that funny, and who might actually take offense by it,
Yeah.
I can also see why she thought it was funny.
Yes.
Because I don't know if you're familiar with Genjiro.
Yes.
Yeah, so Genjiro does something very similar.
Right.
So Genjiro is this Japanese comedian
Yeah.
who performs in English, and his opening is usually like, hi, he walks on stage, he does like 2 minutes of bowing, over the top bowing, hello, and he just keeps bowing, and he literally jumps and goes, what's up, motherfuckers? And
Yeah.
that's like his big reveal.
Yeah.
Right? So she basically ripped that off.
Yeah, fair enough.
Right.
I mean, I don't know if
I
she
just
ripped-
understand the comedic effect. No,
Yeah.
I'm not saying she did it even
Yeah, yeah.
purposefully, but I understand the comedic effect in her head.
Yes,
Right?
yes. I can see it. Like
Yeah, yeah.
as a comic, I'm like, yeah, I can see it. I wouldn't have done it because it's
Exactly.
kind of hack, and also the fact that, and for an open mic, I thought, that's something.
For open mic, it's not the worst thing I've seen
It's
in
not the
open
worst.
mic, by the way.
Yeah, I've seen a lot.
We've all
worse.
seen a lot worse
Yeah.
than that.
So at that time, everybody was just like, we knew we were going to get in trouble because, it's one of those things where you're in a Muslim country that's going to happen, right? So we just went like, it happened. Sweep it under the rug. And I think there was a ban. And the ban happened not because of that show, but we found out that before Crack House, they had kind of done something similar to another friendly pub. Right? So basically, there's a friend who runs a pub in not too far away from the Crack House. And he decided to, the boyfriend especially, decided to go in and say, hey, I want to do a show. I'm part of an orgy community. Yeah, this is absolutely, I'm not even making this up. He's part of an orgy community, and he wants to do he wants to bring his orgy friends to come and do a show with a very prominent Malaysian musician. Right? And I'll get back to that later. So he said, and the guy was like, just dude, like, no. Like, dude, if you want to come in, you're a paying customer, no problem, right? But we're not going to shut down the place just because you want to have this orgy orgy
What the
party
fuck?
here, right? And then he just went like, hey, I can ruin your business if I wanted to. So what he did was he because that restaurant serves pork. Right? Now, it's not illegal to serve pork in Malaysia as long as you have
A license of
a
sorts,
license
yeah.
or whatever, right? So as long as you don't have the halal certificate
Sure.
or you don't advertise that you're halal, you can serve pork if you want, right? Now, so what he did was he said, this restaurant, he posted on his Facebook, this restaurant served me pork without me knowing, and my wife is Muslim. Right? And the owner was like, dude, it says right here, pork skewers.
Right.
Like, there's no way I could have unknowingly served you pork.
You damn illiterate idiot.
Yeah.
Like read a word,
Read a
man.
book. And he tried this, right? And they kind of did get in trouble, but then the authorities were like, yeah, okay, this is quite funny.
Now, this is when you know there's an issue. Now, when you couldn't even outsmart the authorities,
Yeah.
your plan is definitely failing.
Yeah.
That's a terrible plan.
In fact, he got, like, the restaurant owner, filed a report on him, and he got done, right? But the only problem was his fine was like 200 Singapore dollars. No, not even 200 Hong Kong dollars.
What? That's nothing.
That was nothing, right?
Yeah.
That was like a couple of coins.
Yeah.
Right. And so he basically paid it off, and okay, he's done. Right. Then he decided to do this. So basically, what happened was after the show, I think Rizal went up to him, and we found out about that case.
Yeah.
And we told him like, don't come back. Like you're not welcome.
So
here
this
anymore.
boyfriend actually did that orgy thing before, trying to
Yes.
sabotage the other place.
Yes.
So this is my suspicion. I think it's the Singapore government. I think so, dude. The
Okay.
rivalry took it to another level, people.
You heard it here, guys. Singapore government has an orgy party
Exactly,
in
yeah.
Malaysia.
Sounds legit to me, man. Have you never been to Singapore? After a while, you're just like, dude, I need an orgy. I'm bored. I need
After
some
that statement, I'm not going back to Singapore. Not by choice.
After that statement, I might finally start going to Singapore and enjoying it.
No. The only problem is they have because it's a very conservative country, Singapore. So they have it in Malaysia because it goes under radar.
Right.
But, so basically,
So it's just the couple were banned from Crack House.
they were banned from
by
Crack House.
Rizal, the owner.
By Rizal, the owner.
Yeah.
And what happened was they got upset. Right, so they attempted to do the same thing. So they posted up the video with the accusation that, this is what happens in open mic. They put the video up
Their
themselves.
own video.
Their own video, and says this performance insults Islam. Wow. Right? It's straight up, right? It's their video. It's not even
Right.
like, let's post it up anonymously.
It wasn't like one of you guys being complacent, like, encouraging them or whatever.
Oh, no,
it was
not
just,
at all.
It was just her on stage.
Yeah.
I saw the video. It was just her on stage.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
And it was her boyfriend.
Right, yeah.
This thing. And basically it blew up. It blew up. And not even immediately, like a month after.
Yeah.
Right? It blew up. Like everybody heard of the video. Everybody saw the video. She didn't even finish 3 minutes.
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
a
yeah.
minute 46 seconds.
Yeah.
Right? And it was just, it blew up. And everybody in Malaysia got upset.
Man, like this type of people are the ones that actually come into a restaurant with a cockroach in their pocket and be like, hey, what the hell? There's a cockroach in my food. It's like, well, we can copy the food. They're like, oh, shit. Wait, hold on a second. I don't want to eat the food now because there's a cockroach in my food.
Yeah.
But you put the cockroach there. Yeah. Oh, shit. Wait. One of
Yeah.
those. Oh, so they basically came in. They filmed the video of themselves.
Yeah.
And they're saying, look at what they allowed us to do.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
No, they didn't even attempt to go like that. Look at what they allowed us to do. They just basically went, this performance insults Islam. This is what comedy is like in Malaysia. And you're like, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah.
It's you in the video. Like
Yeah.
you basically putting yourself in trouble.
That
Right?
is-
And the thing was, because they didn't have anyone to blame, they blamed it on Crack House. Right? So basically everyone. And I'm talking about like, I mean, it's easy to say like 90% of the population has never been to a comedy club before.
Yeah, it's
Right?
everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing is that these 90% are the loudest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? And they're like, oh, how dare you do this?
Yeah.
And-
We will not have something like that happen to a place we never go to.
Yeah, exactly. And apparently they just, it blew out of proportion.
Yeah.
Right? We tried to do some damage control by, filing a report as well. But yeah, it basically just, it was pressure from the people, especially online. Everybody was like, shut this club down.
Yeah.
Suddenly the authorities came out and said, oh, they were operating without a license. Now remember the story I told you about,
Yeah. They said
we
fine,
actually
yeah.
trying to get a license, and they were like,
Yeah.
it's fine. right?
Yeah.
So over the years, nobody said anything, and now suddenly they have been operating without a license, and we were like, come on, what the fuck,
Yeah,
guys?
you assholes. man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just because you want to, say that it's got nothing
you're
to
at
do with me.
fault, basically.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it's not me. They were operating without license.
Yeah, we never permitted this.
Yeah. So basically, it got sealed off. Right, basically with the yellow tape, like
Yeah, I
do
remember,
not
yeah.
enter.
Yeah.
Right. So
People
yeah.
probably went there like, oh shit, it changed to an escape room. Oh, what the hell? This is awesome. Yeah.
So the club got sealed off, and then they went into Rizal's Instagram, and they digged out like they went 4 years back, right?
Yeah.
These people are great for your Instagram views.
By the time people hear this, my account is private.
Yeah, no, but the thing is, they're great for Instagram views because his views went up like
Boom.
2.5K like
Yeah.
immediately. But yeah, so basically people started digging up his old videos because they tried with me as well because I was getting a lot of. I don't want to make this about me, but even I,
Yeah.
who was kind of removed from the situation,
Yeah.
still got death threats.
Yeah, for sure. People will like, look, I'm sure Will Smith smacking Chris Rock, all of a sudden we're trying to explain it.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
I'm like, well, I don't even know the guy. We're on the other side of the planet. But like, yeah, but you should say something. I was like, yeah, okay.
Good slap.
Yeah, exactly,
But,
yeah.
No, but here's the thing. Like, I was getting death threats on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Right, my private number. You can only imagine what Rizal was going through.
Yeah.
Like, he got death threats on his children.
To be fair, that's because you were not answering my Instagram messages, so I had to reach out on
I
WhatsApp.
fell asleep. No, but yeah. So it was just mad. Like how everything just went out of. The police arrested Rizal for jokes, right? And funny ones as well. I mean, he did one that said. I'll tell you the joke. I'm not going to do justice to it. So yeah, if it's crap, it's your fault, right? Basically, the one of the jokes he got in trouble for was so in school you have Muslims and non-Muslims, right? Because Muslims in Malaysia go to Islamic studies, and the non-Muslims go to hell, right?
Right.
So basically,
It's a
that's what he
simple
said.
joke.
Yeah,
It's good.
a simple
Yeah,
joke.
yeah.
It's very good. That's
Very
what.
good.
That's what
Yeah, straight to the point. It's funny.
That's what his ustaz said,
Yeah.
right? So basically, that was it. And people were good. How dare you?
That's. Just for the record, I come from a Muslim family, from Muslim country. We make the same jokes.
Exactly.
That is not even an offensive joke to anybody.
Yeah, and that was not even the joke.
That's
The
a-
joke,
yeah.
that was kind of like the opening,
Exactly.
opening line, and it was hilarious because people
Yeah.
laughed, everybody laughed, and it's true because when they posted out this, look at this man making fun of Islam, everybody who quote tweeted that said, "Yeah, my ustaz told me the same thing."
Yeah.
And the guy who posted it is like, "Who's your ustaz? He shouldn't have said that." And after 300 people saying the same thing, he was like, "Ah, yeah, okay, fair enough."
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah, but so that was one. And there was another one that another joke that was quite funny as well. And I cannot remember it, so I won't say it. And there was another one that he actually got in trouble for, which was basically saying that he's quarter Malay, quarter Turkish, quarter Dutch, and quarter Chinese. You know what that makes me? A Bumiputra. Now, to explain what Bumiputra is basically the indigenous people of Malaysia, right? So basically, the Malays get special privileges as the indigenous people,
Right.
In a way, although they're not indigenous, by the way, we also have actual indigenous.
Yeah,
people.
but no one cares
Yeah,
about
no one
them.
cares about them.
Yeah.
Right?
That's the same everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, they get special privileges because when the British left, they left the Malays quite poor. So it was basically one of those.
Reparation? What? Reparation.
Or positive
Whatever.
affirmation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, something like
Yeah.
that. So basically, they get special privileges in businesses, in education, in blah 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 blah. So they get more, and the minorities don't, right? So we kind of already have the upper hand, so we don't need it, according to them, right? But and they were like, oh no, that cannot be questioned, blah blah blah, and so they're very up in arms about it.
Right.
And that was the one that he was actually arrested for, right? Which is weird because, like, that was not what we thought. But basically, the one that really landed him in trouble was another comic called Ahmed Ahmed. I'm sure you heard of him.
Yeah, he's a good friend of mine.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, you can still talk shit. It's fine.
okay.
Yeah.
No. It's one of those things where in comedy, so he was in the comedy club.
Right.
doing a show, and he had ordered a beer. And so he was holding a mic, so he couldn't kind of open the beer. So he kind of passed it to someone to open it for him. Now, happened so that someone in the front row was a hijabi lady.
Okay.
Right? So there's a picture of him handing a beer to a hijabi lady. Now, that picture was the one that kind of crashed everything.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know. Like, I was following the story, but I didn't know that part.
Oh, no, that
That's
was...
also interesting because Ahmed is also from a Muslim family.
Yes, he is, yes.
So
I mean...
that's Muslim on Muslim action there.
Yeah, a
Like,
little
you
bit, a little
shouldn't-
bit. No, but it wasn't his fault because Rizal actually took the picture and put the thing. Look at how, diverse comedy
I
is, blah,
see,
blah, blah.
yeah.
And to be fair, at that time, it was nobody's fault really because it was kind of a cool picture. It was a cool picture.
Yeah, yeah.
And we kind of...
out of context, it's
Yeah.
like it's a cute picture.
Yeah, exactly. And also the fact that we kind of took it easy a little bit because, as we said, we were kind of flying under a radar and
Sure.
everything was great. Everything was, fine and dandy. Comedy was, on the rise. He put that picture up. Nobody said anything. In fact, he got 300 likes. Everybody was like, yay, you know? And but when they dug up that picture, they went, that really
That's
crashed
the
everything.
line.
Because every Muslim comic that was in Malaysia who was in defense of the crack house eventually had to go, yeah, I can't defend that.
Right.
And that is something that, because the fanatics were just basically,
Sure.
looking for fuel, and that was basically
Yeah.
petrol right there, and that kind of...
To jump forward a bit, so Rizal, to the end, the end of that story is basically Rizal lost his ability to open any comedy club in Kuala Lumpur. That's
Yes.
actually the final verdict I'm a little confused about. Can you clear that up to me?
Okay, so basically he is the municipal council that gives the business license to anyone, and it's a municipal thing, right? So
Sure.
in Kuala Lumpur is one municipal, and then there's PJ, which is the next municipal. So now in Kuala Lumpur, the municipal council basically went, because that's where the crack house is, basically went, Rizal and his business partner Shankar is banned from opening any businesses
For life.
for life. This has
So he
never
can't
been
open.
done.
He can't open a pool hall.
No.
He can't open a sandwich shop.
Nope. No.
But Noor can. His wife.
Yes, because the business was owned by the crack house. So
Right.
the thing was that it's never been done before in the world.
Yeah.
For a municipal council to give a lifetime ban
On
And-
any kind of business.
and
That's insane.
Yeah, but the thing is, he can open the next door over because that's a different municipal council.
Sure.
But it's still stupid though, because you can't take away someone's ability to make money or to earn a living. That's bullshit, right? So basically, what happened was Rizal and Shankar are counter-suing them, and eventually they came out and went like, okay, look, we can talk. Right? So that's still going on. Right,
Nice.
that's one case,
Yeah.
and then there's another case. The crack house is basically shut down, not for reasons, because if the counter sue, and it looks good,
It would be funny if just like the reason officially on paper, for reasons.
yeah.
The crack never shut down for reasons. That's the official explanation.
The thing is, we didn't even have to give an explanation because everybody knows.
Right.
So basically, that if the countersuit is successful, we get the license back. Everything is fine and dandy, but it can never reopen.
Sure, because
Right.
the public will not. You always have the threat of.
It's been marred. Like
Sure,
it's
yeah.
been tarred with a brush, and
Yeah.
basically one of those things where you cannot open it at the same
Can
location.
you
with
just
the same
open
name.
it with like in a different location with a cheeky name?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
But I don't think Rizal wants to do that anymore.
No, yeah, it's too risky.
Yeah, not only that, but I think he realized that running a club in Malaysia kind of stifled his development a little bit.
Actually, I was telling Andy Curtin about this. Like when that whole thing happened, I was almost kind of happy for him because now it almost freed him as a comedian.
Yes.
I see him doing a lot more shows
Oh,
now.
yeah,
I'm
of
like,
course, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so Rizal is doing a lot more
very
shows.
good comic as well. Like,
Yeah.
and obviously, like having run a comedy club for years, it does stifle your
Yes.
because that's where the real money is.
Exactly.
And then
exactly.
a lot of times you're stuck at the club instead of touring or whatever.
Yeah. And it's
now
not-
he can just like have the liberty to take some freedoms.
It's not only the money, but for him to do the Melbourne Comedy Festival,
Yeah.
or even he's doing the Edinburgh Festival as well later in August. He could never do that because he had to run the club, right?
Sure.
So basically, now he gets to do all that. So so he's happier a little bit doing, not being able to run a show rather than show up and just do a gig and get paid and leave,
Yeah.
right? So he's happy with that. So it's never gonna. There's never gonna be another crack house. By result, at least. There might be another comedy club. There is another comedy club that's still running. We'll talk about that later. But what do you call that? Krakow shut down. Rizal is actually still going through his charge in court for a joke that I mentioned earlier. So that's still happening. That's going to go on for years. He pleaded not guilty, obviously. He's been charged for on the internet law that he posted something that hurt someone's feelings. That's the law, by the way. I'm not even like trying to sugarcoat it or explain it to a
Thou shalt
5-year-old.
not piss me off.
Yeah, that is the actual law. I am not kidding. This is section 233A, having posted something that hurt someone's feelings. That is the
Wow.
actual thing that was debated in Parliament
Yeah.
for it to be passed.
So let me just imagine the situation, right? I see the post. Under the post, you will notice the angry symbol being clicked upon by majority of the followers instead of a thumbs up like.
Oh
I-
no, not even that.
Yeah.
It could have thousands of likes. It could have millions of likes.
Yeah,
If
but-
you were offended and you made a police
Oh.
report, they have to investigate it.
Damn.
Yeah.
I tell you what, every Singaporean post. Like, I hate that shit.
No, so it doesn't
That
matter.
means I can fuck with everyone in Malaysia.
You can.
This is a superpower.
Yeah.
I'm doing that tonight.
Yeah.
I'm so petty. I'm just
But you
gonna-
have to walk into to a Malaysian police station and actually make a report.
Oh.
Right, that's
All
the
right.
only way you get someone.
God
So
damn it.
Basically, what they do is, so there are groups, NGO of people who basically do this for a living. They make police reports. I'm not kidding as well. What they do is they kind of get together and they go, okay, you make a police report here, and you make a police report here. So the more police reports there are, the more likely that it's going to be a problem for the person you're making a report for. So that's what they did. They actually coordinated an attack, so to speak. So they went to multiple police stations and made a police report.
So this is why we should all have hobbies. If you were busy making like, I don't know, a table or, collecting stamps, you wouldn't have the fucking time to go, hey, all right, guys, okay, let's check this out, all right? We're going to do something, all right? It's the fucking Ocean's 11, all right? Gonna make this fucking happen, okay, everybody? All right, you, hop, hey, up, two, hey. Yeah, so, well, I mean... I must say it's really a shame. The Crack House was one of the best clubs to go to.
Yeah.
I love performing there. I got to do back-to-back English and Cantonese shows there. The waffle, sorry, the croffle, the toasties, whatever they every
Oh
time-
yeah, the what's it called again?
Truffle, something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Some weird name where I'm like, is this an Australian thing? They're like, yeah,
It is,
okay.
it is, yes.
Yeah, it's one of those things. That
Yeah.
was pretty good. And yeah, the best part of that really was afterwards you go to the tuk-tuk and have like the skewers.
The
and
lok-lok, yeah.
The lok-lok, that's what it is. Yeah. And yeah, it's a shame that a bunch of people who probably wouldn't have gone to the comedy club anyway decided, you know what? I have no stamps to collect. I don't have a wife or anything in my life. Let me ruin yours.
Yes,
And-
that is basically the sentiment that was. I don't know if you know the whole sandwich thing was phased out in the pandemic, so they had to rebrand as a restaurant because they couldn't have shows. So they had really good pizzas. Yeah, and they had like dough balls and garlic bread and stuff. And result really spruced up the kitchen.
Yeah.
So it was actually good food as well there. Yeah. So
man.
that all went to shit. So there's no more Crack House Comedy Club, but there is another comedy club called the Joke Factory.
Okay.
You've been, right?
I've not done the Joke Factory. No, I haven't done.
Oh,
that one.
you're not missing out.
Yeah.
So, no, I mean the thing is, I'm really grateful. There is the Joke Factory. It's run by Harith Iskandar, who is basically the biggest comedian in Malaysia. But it feels gentrified next to the Crack House.
Yeah.
Right. It's one of those things where it's
too
a portion-
proper.
Yeah. There is a proper bar.
It's in a strip mall, isn't it?
Yes, it is in a
Yeah,
strip mall
yeah.
kind of thing. Strip mall sounds small. This is a huge mall,
Right.
But it's got a bunch of restaurants, and one of it is the Joke Factory, which is a great location. We get some good audiences as well. But the thing is that it just doesn't feel the same because of the fact that it's got a proper bar, it's got a proper restaurant,
Sure.
It's got proper food, which is nice.
It doesn't have the grittiness.
It
of
doesn't
the-
have. It
yeah.
doesn't like the crack house was like you walk in and you think that you're gonna get robbed.
Right.
Right. But you
Yeah.
probably won't. But I mean, I don't want to give the certainty of you won't. But you
Well,
know.
it's too late. If you walk in right now where the crack house is, you definitely are
No,
getting robbed.
it's probably rented to an accountant anyway, so it really doesn't matter now.
Yeah.
But so it's there. I mean, we still do shows there, but we feel like that we lost a little bit of life in the comedy scene in Malaysia. And dude, the months preceding that situation, we all were scared. Like every time, like if I had to do a public show, like a ticketed public show, that's fine because I knew these people paid for a ticket to come to a comedy show. But there was still a little bit of fear of, I wonder who's coming. Like I wonder what's going to happen if I did a joke and I didn't really think about it and I did a race joke, or I don't do religious jokes, but what if I did? What if I accidentally said something like, what would happen to me? Would I end up in jail as well? There was that fear, especially with corporate gigs, because corporate gigs is one of those things where you show up to a corporate event and these people kind of showed up without paying for a ticket, right? And you don't know who's coming.
Yeah.
You don't know who's going to be there. You don't know who's going to be offended by things. So that was really scary as well, because the months preceding it, we were just like, oh no, we don't know what's going to happen. And we thought all Malays were angry. And I'll tell you this, Rizal and I have traveled, around Malaysia, and we've been to some rural areas where they have never seen comedy or stuff like that. And every time we go to a place or a restaurant and they recognize us and they go like, oh, the whole thing? Ah, it's a shame. We thought you were funny because we watch your videos on YouTube and blah, blah, blah. And everybody's been so supportive of, the comedy scene. And also, like, I work in a company, like I'm doing radio. This radio station is part of Media Prima, which is basically the biggest Malay TV station.
Right.
But everybody who works there are predominantly Malay. So, and every Malay person that I met didn't really have a problem with it. Like, did not have a problem. They had a problem with what she did. Right?
Yeah.
Like you. Like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
offensive.
of course. Yeah, it is offensive. Yeah.
But you're like,
yeah.
yeah, that's her opinion.
Yeah.
Fuck her.
Did she? Yeah. Last question because we're running a little long. Did she get in trouble?
Yes, she's also charged in court, and her boyfriend as well.
Okay. Good.
The boyfriend is charged with the same thing that Rizal is charged because the internet law of posting something that you hurt the feelings of someone.
Right.
She, however, is charged with a more serious charge of
Indecent exposure.
no. It is basically to insult Islam.
Oh yeah, that's
To
a big
insult a
one.
religion, right?
Yeah, yeah,
now,
that's a
the
big
thing
one.
is, with results and the boyfriend's charge is basically a minimum of, so you get a maximum fine of 50,000 or a maximum of 4 years in jail. Now, that's only a maximum. There's no minimum.
Sure.
You can get away with a 200 ringgit fine, right? That's fine. But hers is a minimum of 1 year jail.
Right.
Right, but however, recent developments is that she pleaded guilty and she's gonna get a much
Get a deal basically.
Yeah, get a
Get
deal.
a couple months or something like that.
No, she probably won't even get that. She'll probably get probation and a fine.
Right. And is
8,000
she still
8,000
trying to
fine.
like fuck up other businesses? Like,
She-
is
yeah.
that just her brand?
I don't think she can anymore. But by the way, they're still doing videos.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you still can go on their YouTube page and they're still doing videos. It's
Dude,
fine.
I really want, like, if she goes into jail, first day in, like, the orange jail suit, gets in there, she's like, all right, I'm in the female penitentiary. Takes the suit off. My dick is here. I'm a guy, bitches. I'm going to have some fun tonight. Yeah, so I can imagine that happening.
No, she's not going to jail.
Ah.
She's just received a 8,000 ringgit fine, which is about 16,000 Hong Kong
Yeah,
dollars.
yeah.
And if she doesn't pay that fine, then she gets 4 months in jail.
Can we all give her a fake checkbook? So she thinks she did pay for it.
No,
but she
the thing
didn't.
is, she has a crowdfunding thing, like a GoFundMe.
Wow.
Yeah, and a lot of people did give her give money for her bail, which is 50,000 ringgit.
That is so insane.
Yeah.
That she has the audacity to get a crowdfunding.
Yeah.
And she probably has different tiers.
No, there's a lot of liberals, and I don't say that in a
No, I get
offensive way, but there's a lot of liberal people who basically went like, look,
You should be
freedom of
allowed to-
speech.
yeah.
It's a
I'm not
freedom of
denying that,
speech
no.
thing. Yeah.
But what I'm saying is like, so after what she's done, the consequences, then I'm very curious to see the different tier system in her crowdfunding.
Yeah.
Hey, $1, give me a high five. For $5, you'll get like a piece of the clothes. For $10, I'll write a letter to your friend or something like that. Wow, I can just imagine that. So good.
I'll do your gender reveal party.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, we'll do that. And like, the gender reveal is there's no baby. It's dead. Yeah. Man. Well, okay. Well, hopefully now we've all got to learn to appreciate comedy in general.
little bit,
everything
yeah.
that there is. It's a real shame. I must say, Crack House was fantastic. It's a shame, but I'm still confident with the scene, the comedians as well. Will somehow come together, do something. For,
Oh, no.
regardless of whatever.
I think the comedy scene has thrived after that incident. I think,
Yeah.
we got a lot of views. We got a lot of people who basically came out in support as well.
Yeah.
And we got corporate gigs, which was great. Like
Yeah,
a lot of
some
people were like, "Oh yeah, you know what happened with Rizal, but
Yeah.
just don't do those jokes."
Yeah,
They're like,
yeah,
I've
yeah.
never taken off a hijab in my life.
Exactly. Yeah.
So they were like, "Yeah,
You can
fine."
probably use a hijab with that head anyway.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's end on a glare. All right. Well, anyway, so thank you very much for the insight on all that stuff.
no worries, no worries.
Yeah, it's good to see the best part is to still see the comedians active
Oh, yeah.
after all this stuff. And I do believe that everybody will. So what I always find, the last thing I want to say is that these kind of things really test you if this is what you want to do. Like if you want to be a comedian, these are the tests saying, are you sure? Because you're going to have to go through this stuff. And if after this you still do it, I think that's a very, very real answer of saying, yeah, this is what I want to do. So
Yeah.
the next kind of earthquake we'll deal with, trust me, I still have a whole bunch of jokes ready to talk about afterwards.
Oh yeah, and the best thing about that came out from this, a lot more venues that it's not comedy clubs, but it's basically one of those things where everybody just went, oh, bro, if you miss the Crack House, do it here. If you miss the Crack House, do it here. Everybody was just like, do it here, don't worry.
All right, so coming next Chinese New Year, I'm going to film myself on stage. Okay, I'm going to film myself on stage giving out empty Lycee packets. Hoping for bad luck on everybody. And hopefully that goes viral. The government says, you are never going to do this kind of comedy ever again. And then all the other venues are like, look, man, we want to pay you to give empty Lycee packs to my family because I hate this uncle. Do this for me and everything. Yeah, it'll happen, man. Well, okay, so silver lining. Some good things came
Yeah,
out of that as
yeah.
well. That's a good sign as well. So I just want to ask for the final two Muslims in the room. Clearly, I'm not one of them. Do you
Neither
have
am
any-
I.
Oh, sorry. What am I saying? Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen my arms.
I have been drinking tonight.
Yeah, fair enough.
So clearly, I'm not the Muslim by saying that.
Yeah, we're gonna take heroin at the back there after this.
Exactly. This will in turn become the Crack House. All right. Thanks so much, man. It was a pleasure.
No worries.
Good luck with everything.
So what's the Muslim question you want to ask?
I forgot. I thought better about it. I'm like, wait a second. I better not do that. I'll leave it, man.